Good morning. Welcome to the data science class. Let us start with the definition of a data science as what it is. So this data science, it is going to be a blended option where it is going to be an interdisciplinary area which involves tools, algorithms, machine learning, and the main objective was to give some discovering of some hidden patterns from the raw data. So in other hand, we have data, then it went to some database management system, extended to data mining or data warehousing. Then it was extended to big data, and the tree it is coming under a big umbrella of data. But when it is going to have data science, it is going to have some external inputs that it can be from statistics, machine learning, and a domain specific area with computer science applications and all. The two roles which is going to take up towards data science will be a data scientist and a data analyst. Data scientist and a data analyst. So, what actually a data scientist does, what actually a data analyst does was, data scientist, he does the task what a data analyst is going to do, no doubt about it. But the scope of analysis was restricted, and he is going to explain what is going on in the process of history of data. That is, he takes about business administration and he is going to deal up with the exploratory data analysis. So he does pre-processing, he understands the data, he does causation, he does correlation, and he tries to interpret to understand the data, what was happening, and he helps the data scientist towards building the models. That model they can be taking up with machine learning algorithms with unsupervised or supervised learning. So using supervised and unsupervised learning with classification and clustering algorithms, then they are going to give to the data product engineering that they does exploratory data analysis and do discover the data insights. So that was the primary aim, and they predict the future, or they are going to forecast the outcome. So what will be the things, that is where the data science is going to come into picture. The basic aim was to give decisions and to give predictions. So the data science, it is primarily took care of decision making and primarily taking care of a prediction. To do that, it does description, and it is going to work with the prediction, and for that prediction it takes up one with correlation, that is a relationship between one and other attribute, and one there was a causation, that is understanding the attribute or the relation. So the causation, correlation, they are going to take place, and basically was to predict. Basically it was to forecast what was happening. So as far as machine learning algorithms are concerned, they can be with clustering, or they can be applied with classification, etc. Now we can understand what was data scientist role and what was data analyst role. So at these three areas, the data scientist, he is going to have role is very high. So is very high. So you can see the effort of a data scientist, it is from 75% to 100%. But as far as doing the correlation, as far as doing the descripting of the data, that is, it is 25%, which it is going to be taken up with this data analyst. So the descriptive analysis, it knows knowing what we know. So what was the data? What was the missing value? What I have to do? What data type it is? What was the schema? So everything it is going to be understood. So knowing what we do. And as far as correlation and causation and prediction are going to concern, knowing what we don't know. So we need to understand what was the relationship between the two variables by a visualization, etc. So we need to understand what are the missing values, what are the outliers, so that we don't know. So the data has to be analyzed for that. So that is where the data analysis, is going to have a vast thing, that is knowing what we do. And similarly, at the prediction and machine learning, we have the model building part. And once the model building part is going to happen, then there is a visualization, and then we will forecast the outcomes or give some insights. So that is where this primary focus of a data science is going to happen. Now, let us look an interesting topic called as life of a data science. So in life of a data science, there are different phases. One, we are going to call it as discovering phase. Two, we are going to call it as data processing phase. Three, we are going to call it as model planning. Four, we are going to say it is model building. Fifth, we call it as operationalize. And sixth, we are going to say it is communication of results. So every phase, they do have a feedback mechanism. Every phase, they communicate with one another, and they have a feedback mechanism which it is going to happen here. So we should start with what was the domain, and we need to have a feasibility study over a data. Thereby, we should clean up the data, we should transform the data, eliminate the missing values, pre-process the data so that model planning can happen. At this model planning, the data scientist will decide whether to go with a clustering algorithm or a classification algorithm or a regression technique to interpret the hidden patterns in the data. So thereby he is going to apply it, and he analyzes the outcome. So assume he has taken up a classification algorithm, then he looks up what was the accuracy, what was the F measure, the confusion matrix was built, and whether the root mean square error was low, the kappa statistic value was towards high. So in this way, he is going to understand the data so that he can make some illustrations, he gain some insights and give a story building for it. So next comes the operational phase. In this phase, the people try to document it so that the other people can understand it, what has happened, etc. And finally, the insights has to be rationalized to the end user, to the business person, so that he can say these are the forecastings, these are the insights, this will be the prediction. So how to take up the business forward. So for all this, the data science is taken up with this life cycle. Now, let us look into the descriptive, the data science with the first phase, that we are going to call it as a discovery phase. So in discovery phase, we are going to begin the project, and we understand the requirements, the specifications, its priorities, and the budget, and we are going to formulate the hypothesis. We need to formulate the hypothesis at this point, whether it is H0 or H0, and thereby we will look into how to formulate the data. That is, an alternative hypothesis can be taken up, or the H1 hypothesis can be taken up. So what we should accept. So that is where this discovery is going to happen. Next comes the data pre-processing. The primary was to understand the numerical value or a character value such as ordinal value, or whether it is a nominal value, whether it is a ratio scaled value, or it is an interval scaled value. We need to understand what type of data it was. So thereby we can make some removing of some missing values, or doing some removing some missing values and making or removing the outliers with outlier analysis. So that has to be performed for this. So for that all, it is going to be taken up with exploring of the data, pre-processing of the data. Before we are going to apply the model, we need to go with the data pre-processing. So the stages, we call it as extraction, transformation, loading, and transformation. So we prepare a sandbox, and there we are going to extract the data, we are going to transform the data, we will load the data, and we are going to condition the data, and thereby we will survey, or we will do data visualization of the data. So that is how the pre-processing is going to taken up. Next comes the exploratory data analysis. We call here as an EDA process, and that it is going to be taken up as a model building, and it is going to drop the relationship between variable 1 and variable 2, and either using some linear regression or other what type of techniques can be planned so that a relationship can be taken up, so it can be communicated towards the next phase. There it can check up to apply whether a statistical model, whether a visualization tool, what has to be taken up. So commonly the visualization tools, they can be with a SQL or an R language or a SAS. So SQL, it is going to have the structured data composition, and if it is an unstructured data, if it is going to be unstructured, then it can go with a MongoDB or Cassandra or other type of big data to move this unstructured data to a structured way and perform the analysis with a Hadoop framework and etc. So for that we are going to use this SAS, and R, it is going to have a lot of packages so that models can be interpreted, models can be effectively communicated with one another. Next comes the model building here. So now we do have a developed data set, and that data set, it can be partitioned into two phases. One, it can be with a training set, or it can be with a testing set. So then we can do parallel processing, etc., and it can be a 70% or it is of 30%, etc. And what were the different tools that can be used to apply for the model? So Weka, and this is going to be a open source here, but whereas MATLAB, Statistica, these are some commercial vendors. So based on the application, based on the industry what we work, so we use the type of a tool to build up the model. So we are going to use the machine learning algorithms with classification or association with a priori or FP tree, and clustering with k-means, etc., and classification with regression, decision tree, Bayes, Naive, etc. So for all these, we are going to use up with this model building. Yeah, coming to the fifth phase of a data science, we do go with an operationalizing, that is, we make a generalization of reports and create some coding and technical documentation, and it is going to be with a real-time environment. So people want to tell, this is the model we have to apply to the data. It will be an documentation for the next key persons to look into to take forward the work. So that gives a clear picture telling of the constraints of the data. So everything has to be documented at that case. Next comes the communication of the results. That is basically to improve the business application, to improve the business domain. That is what goal we have started the project. If that goal is not reached, then we have to go with the, again, the first phase, we need to iterate it. If the goal is reached, we are at the last phase, then we can have a key findings and we can communicate it to the stakeholders. So that is how we are going to work up with all the 6 phases in the data science. So when the data scientist, he is going to prove with working at different rules. So at different items, the data scientist, he is going to communicate with the different people. That is, he can advise to managers, he can advise to the executives about the implications of our data, that is whether to do their product, services, process or decision making. So that to make all these aspects feasible, he is going to give some advices to the executives and managers about the services and processes they can take up, and then he can make a study to collect the data, to store the data, to process the data, and to have some improving of the insights to the problem phenomenon. So how is the data generated? It can be generated with survey logs, or it can be taken up with CPUs where they can be a weather data or a rose vision data. And how is the data is organized? Data can be a text format, an audio video format, or from augmented reality or etc. So in these ways, data can be taken up. The major thing when we are looking into a data collection will be with a 3V model, which is a form of a big data model. So as far as the first V is concerned, it is velocity. Second, it deals with volume. And 3, it is going to deal with a variety of data. So variety of data, it can be structured or it can be an unstructured. And when it is going to be a data, it can be with a .csv or .xls, or it is going to be some multimedia data with audio or videos or pics, etc. So it is going to be with whatever data it is going to happen. And similarly, that massive data, this is going to be with ordinal, it can be categorical, or it can be nominal. So it is a ratio scale, or it is going to be some interval scale. So whatever data it is going to be there. Next comes the volume of a data or a size of a data. It can be in terabits, gigabits, terabits, petabits, exabits. So the data it is going to be in this model. Velocity, it is going to be in Mbps or it is Gbps. So that is number of gigabits per second, how much speed of a data is going to be consumed, that can be known. So we have one with velocity, it is streaming of the data, multimedia data or whatever text data from a cloud or via an internet we are going to take up. So with this internet only the velocity of data is going to be measured, and volume of a data, it can be a petabit, exabit or a zettabyte, and variety of data, it is structured data, unstructured data or a semi-structured data. So this is all about what was towards the data science life cycle. So data science life cycle, basically it is going to have a discovery phase, and thereby it goes with a pre-processing phase, a model planning phase, and a model building phase, and a operational phase, and a communication phase. So this is more or less equal to a KDD, that is a knowledge discovery and databases, but still this big data, it is linked up with an interdisciplinary concept of multiple branches of engineering. You do accept the content towards data mining, etc. So this is what we talked about the data science life cycle and the roles of the data scientist. Thank you for joining.